Welcome to the channel of the Numis Hunter, and today we are diving into a story that will blow the minds of coin collectors, investors, and anyone fascinated by rare treasures, because what we are about to uncover is not just a coin, but a phenomenon, a single 1-cent piece from 1982, minted in Denver, that has become the stuff of legends, commanding an astronomical price of $49 million due to its unique errors and mistakes, an incredible rarity that makes it one of the most sought after coins in numismatic history. Now imagine holding in your hand a coin so ordinary in appearance, yet so extraordinary in story. A coin that looks like any other 1-cent piece you might find in your pocket or loose change. Yet beneath its seemingly mundane surface lies a history of minting errors so severe and unique that collectors and experts alike have been left in awe. And the reason behind this staggering valuation begins with a series of mistakes that occurred during the production process. At the United States Mint, a process that normally produces billions of coins with exacting precision. Yet on rare occasions, errors occur, and these errors can turn a simple copper penny into a multi-million-dollar treasure. The 1982 D1-cent piece is a prime example of this phenomenon, primarily because of what numismatists call a double die error, which happens when the coin is struck more than once by a misaligned die, causing doubling in the design elements. And in this specific coin, the doubling is so dramatic and so clearly visible that it transforms what would otherwise be a common penny into a coin of incredible intrigue and value. Imagine seeing the word Liberty or the date, 1982, not once but seemingly twice, with a slight shift that immediately catches the eye and signals to the trained collector that this is no ordinary coin, and the errors don't stop there. Because some examples of the 1982 D penny also exhibit a phenomenon known as die cracks, tiny fractures in the die that transfer to the coin itself, creating raised lines or unusual markings that should never appear on a regular mint issue. These imperfections, far from being flaws in the eyes of collectors, actually serve as the key to its extreme desirability, because they are so rare and unpredictable that only a handful of coins were struck with these errors. And scarcity is one of the most important factors in numismatic valuation, as the fewer examples that exist, the more collectors are willing to pay astronomical sums to acquire them. But the story becomes even more fascinating when we consider the composition of the 1982 penny itself, because 1982 was a transitional year for the U.S. Mint, a year in which the coin composition changed from 95% copper to a primarily zinc-based core with a thin copper plating, meaning that coins from this year can exist in both copper and zinc varieties, and this adds another layer of rarity, because finding a double die penny in copper or zinc can make a huge difference in its market value. And the combination of a rare error, extreme scarcity, and composition variation has created a perfect storm in which a single 1-cent coin can command millions of dollars. Yes, a coin originally worth 1 cent, now valued at $49 million, and collectors around the world are captivated not only by the monetary value, but by the story, the drama, and the mystery behind its creation. And when we talk about errors in coinage, it's important to understand that the U.S. Mint has strict quality control measures, yet human and mechanical imperfections can occur. And when they do, the results can be spectacular. And in the case of the 1982 D penny, the doubling errors are so precise and so intense that they become almost like a fingerprint, unique to each coin. And this uniqueness drives a kind of collector frenzy, a desire to own a piece of history that is both tangible and highly exclusive, and experts have speculated about the minting process, the conditions in which the dies were prepared, and the potential mishaps that could have led to such an error, with theories ranging from misalignment of the die during striking to overuse of the die creating excessive stress and cracking, all of which contributed to creating a coin that is a true anomaly. And when you hold it, you're not just holding metal, you're holding a story, a series of events, mistakes, and accidents that culminated in something that transcends its original purpose as currency. And what makes this coin even more fascinating is the psychological impact on collectors and investors. Because the idea that a 1 cent coin could be worth tens of millions challenges our understanding of value, perception, and rarity. It forces people to reconsider what makes an item desirable and why mistakes, often considered flaws, can transform an object into a treasure. And this leads to a sense of excitement and urgency in the numismatic community, where auctions for such coins are highly anticipated events, sometimes with competitive bidding that drives prices to astronomical heights. And the 1982 penny is a perfect example of this dynamic at work, as collectors from around the world compete for the opportunity to own what is arguably one of the most intriguing and valuable modern-era coins ever minted. And beyond the errors themselves, the coin's provenance, the documented history of its ownership, and the authentication by reputable grading services further solidify its value, because in a world where counterfeit coins exist, having a verified history and professional certification ensures that this penny is indeed the rare and genuine article. And this combination of rarity, error, composition, and verified authenticity has led to its incredible valuation, making it an aspirational item for collectors, investors, and enthusiasts alike. And there is also a certain thrill in knowing that coins like the 1982 penny could be hiding in plain sight, perhaps tucked away in a jar of change, a forgotten drawer, or passed down through generations without anyone realizing its true worth. And this possibility adds an element of suspense, a kind of treasure hunt, because at any moment, someone could discover a coin that instantly changes their life. And this narrative of discovery, the allure of hidden wealth, and the fascination with mistakes turned into treasures is what keeps collectors engaged and inspired. And so the 1982 1 cent coin is much more than its physical form. It represents history, craftsmanship, human error, and the extraordinary way in which the smallest object can hold unimaginable value. It reminds us that the line between ordinary and extraordinary can be razor thin, that a simple penny can become a multi-million-dollar symbol of rarity and intrigue. And for those who follow the world of numismatics, it is a shining example of why collecting coins is not just a hobby, but a pursuit filled with emotion, strategy, history, and the ever-present possibility of discovering something so rare and valuable that it changes the way we see the very coins in our pockets. And as the Numis Hunter continues to explore these remarkable stories, we are reminded that every coin has a tale to tell, and the 1982 penny stands as a testament to the power of error, the thrill of rarity, and the allure of a 1 cent piece that has captivated the world and redefined what it means to hold value in the palm of your hand. And whether you are a seasoned collector or a casual enthusiast, the story of this coin invites curiosity, excitement, and a deep appreciation for the unexpected, because it is a coin that began as a humble piece of copper zinc alloy, but has become a legend, a treasure, and a multi-million-dollar icon, an extraordinary testament to the fact that sometimes mistakes are not failures but gateways to unimaginable opportunity and wonder. And as we examine the coin's features, the double die errors, the die cracks, the unusual striking patterns, and the potential variations in composition, we begin to understand the meticulous details that collectors scrutinize, the eyes trained to spot anomalies, the thrill of holding an item that few others in the world will ever possess, and the broader implications for numismatics, collecting, and the market for rare coins. Next, 1973 1 cent coin that, due to its rare errors and mistakes, has skyrocketed in value to an astonishing $36 million. And what makes this coin so remarkable is not just its age or origin, but the extraordinary anomalies that occurred during its minting, turning what was once ordinary currency into a highly coveted treasure. Now imagine holding in your hand a coin that, at first glance, might appear completely normal, indistinguishable from the pennies in your pocket or the ones you've seen for decades. Yet this particular 1973 1 cent is a once-in-a-lifetime find, a coin that carries with it a story of minting mishaps, misalignments, and unique characteristics that have captured the attention of collectors and investors around the world. And the primary reason for its mind-boggling value begins with a major die error, a phenomenon that occurs when the die used to strike the coin becomes misaligned, improperly engraved, or otherwise flawed, resulting in doubled or distorted images. And in the case of the 1973 penny, some coins exhibit a dramatic double die effect, where key elements of the coin's design, including the date, the word liberty, and even parts of Abraham Lincoln's profile, appear doubled, creating a striking and unmistakable visual anomaly that immediately signals rarity to numismatists. And these doubling errors are not merely minor cosmetic imperfections. They're the result of a very specific sequence of minting mistakes that are extremely uncommon, making each affected coin a unique specimen that collectors prize above all others. And in addition to the double die errors, certain 1973 pennies also display what is known as die cracks. Raised lines or ridges that form when the metal dies used to strike coins develop tiny fractures due to wear and stress. And when these fractures imprint onto a coin, they create one-of-a-kind patterns that further increase the coin's rarity and desirability. And when you consider that the U.S. Mint typically produces coins with incredible precision and quality control, it becomes clear that such errors are exceptionally rare, making the 1973 penny with these anomalies a true treasure. And part of the coin's allure also stems from the metal composition and its subtle variations, because the 1973 1 cent coin was produced primarily with a copper composition. But factors such as planchet preparation, striking pressure, and die alignment all contribute to subtle differences that can dramatically affect both the appearance and value of the coin. And when collectors discover a coin that combines multiple errors, double die cracks, unusual strike, and off-center elements, they recognize immediately that they have encountered an extremely rare piece with the potential for enormous financial and historical significance. And it is this combination of rarity, uniqueness, and historical context that drives the astronomical valuation of $36 million, turning a coin that was originally worth just 1 cent into one of the most valuable and sought-after modern-era pennies. And beyond the technical errors, there's also the human element that adds to the mystique of this coin, because each mistake represents a moment in time at the mint when precision failed, when chance and circumstance aligned to produce something wholly unexpected and extraordinary. And this narrative of human error transforming into treasure is one of the reasons collectors are so fascinated by coins like the 1973 penny, because they are physical reminders that even the smallest mistakes can have monumental consequences. And the story becomes even more compelling when we consider the rarity of verified examples, as only a limited number of 1973 pennies with these major errors have been authenticated by professional grading services. And this verified authenticity is crucial in a market where counterfeits can exist, because it ensures that the coin in question is indeed a genuine artifact of history, one that embodies the perfect storm of rarity, error, and desirability. And collectors and investors alike are drawn to these coins not only for their potential to appreciate in value, but also for the thrill of owning something that is virtually unmatched in existence. A coin that represents a finite piece of history, the intersection of craftsmanship and imperfection, and the ultimate embodiment of rarity. And when you examine the coin, you can see the story etched in metal, the doubled lettering, the raised lines from die cracks, sometimes slight off-center strikes that give the coin a unique profile and even subtle variations in the texture of the metal that are impossible to replicate, making each coin a singular work of numismatic art. And this uniqueness fuels intense competition at auctions, where collectors bid against one another in a high-stakes environment, driving the price ever higher. And the 1973 penny, with all its errors and mistakes, represents the pinnacle of this collector frenzy, a coin that has transcended its original purpose as currency to become a symbol of rare opportunity and extraordinary value. And it also serves as a reminder of how unpredictable the world of coin collecting can be. Because while millions of coins are minted every year, only a few possess the rare combination of errors, scarcity, and provenance that can result in a valuation of tens of millions of dollars. And this unpredictability adds an element of suspense and excitement to the hobby, as collectors never know when or where they might encounter a coin that could change the course of their collection or even their lives. And beyond monetary value, the 1973 penny also carries historical and cultural significance, as it represents a specific era in U.S. minting history, a time when coins were transitioning in composition, when quality control processes were evolving, and when the artistry and precision of coin design were tested by the limits of machinery and human oversight. And owning such a coin is like holding a tangible piece of history, a relic that captures the interplay between human craftsmanship and chance. And the fascination extends to the psychological impact on collectors, who are drawn not only to the financial reward but also to the story, the thrill, and the prestige of possessing something so rare that it commands the attention of the entire numismatic community. And this is amplified by the coins scarcity. As the fewer examples exist, the more collectors are willing to pay extraordinary sums to secure one, creating a market where the 1973 1-cent coin stands as a crown jewel, an ultimate collector's item that embodies the power of mistakes turned into monumental value. And it is this combination of rarity, error, historical context, and the drama of discovery that has cemented the 1973 penny's reputation as one of the most extraordinary coins in modern numismatics. A coin that started as simple currency but has become a legendary treasure, inspiring collectors to search diligently, study meticulously, and dream ambitiously, because each coin holds the potential to be the next $36 million wonder. And as the Numis hunter continues to explore and uncover these remarkable pieces, we are reminded that the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, full of stories where the smallest details can have the greatest impact, and where a humble 1-cent coin from 1973 can become an icon, a multimillion-dollar phenomenon, and a testament to the incredible value of errors, mistakes, and the unpredictable beauty of rarity. And whether you are a seasoned collector or someone new to the fascinating world of numismatics, the story of the 1973 1-cent coin is a powerful example of why coins are more than money, why mistakes can become masterpieces, and why, in the right hands, even the tiniest coin can hold a fortune and a story that captivates the imagination, challenges perceptions of value, and reminds us all that history, chance, and craftsmanship can converge in a single, extraordinary object, making the 1973 penny not just a coin, but a legend, a treasure, and a $36 million symbol of rarity, error, and opportunity. Next, 1993 1-cent coin that has defied all expectations and skyrocketed in value to an incredible $14 million, all because of the rare errors and mistakes that occurred during its production. And this coin is a perfect example of how even the smallest and most common denomination can become a treasure of unimaginable worth. Now imagine holding in your hand a coin that, at first glance, appears just like any other penny minted in 1993, perhaps something you might find in a jar at home, in your wallet, or in the couch cushions Yet beneath its unassuming surface lies a series of minting anomalies that make it one of the most coveted coins in the world. The story begins with what numismatists call a double die error, a mistake that occurs when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly during the striking process, causing elements of the coin's design to appear doubled. And in the case of the 1993 penny, this doubling is particularly pronounced on critical features such as the date, the word liberty, and parts of Abraham Lincoln's profile, making it instantly recognizable to collectors as a coin of extraordinary rarity and significance. But that is only the beginning, because in addition to the double die error, some 1993 pennies also exhibit die cracks, tiny fractures in the metal die that transfer onto the surface of the coin as raised lines or irregular patterns, which are completely absent on ordinary coins and serve as unmistakable markers of a unique minting event. And these raised lines, along with slight misalignments, offset or strikes, or variations in the coin's planchet composition, combine to make each affected coin an unparalleled specimen. And what makes this coin even more fascinating is that 1993 was a year when the U.S. Mint was refining its production processes. And while the minting of billions of pennies followed standard procedures, the occurrence of such significant errors in a coin of this era is exceptionally rare, meaning that very few of these error coins exist, and scarcity, as always, is a primary driver of value in the world of numismatics. With a rarer a coin, the more collectors are willing to pay astronomical sums to acquire it. And the 1993 penny exemplifies this principle perfectly, because despite its face value of just 1 cent, it has become a multi-million-dollar treasure. And the intrigue surrounding it goes beyond just the physical errors, because there is also a narrative of chance and circumstance at play. The idea that during a normal day at the mint, a subtle misalignment, an overused die, or an unexpected mishap could produce something that would become one of the most valuable coins of the modern era. And this element of unpredictability adds an emotional and intellectual thrill for collectors who imagine the moment of discovery, whether in a pile of coins from circulation or through an auction, where the excitement of holding such a rare piece is matched only by the potential for life-changing value. And when we examine the 1993 penny closely, we can appreciate the technical aspects that contribute to its rarity, including the pronounced doubling on the lettering and date, the raised die cracks, subtle anomalies in the surface texture, and occasional misalignment that gives the coin a distinctive and easily identifiable profile. And these features are meticulously documented by professional grading services, which authenticate the coin, assess its condition, and verify the presence of these errors, adding credibility and enhancing its market value. Because collectors want to be assured that they are acquiring a genuine and verified piece of numismatic history, and the presence of professional certification has helped fuel the coin's rise in value to $14 million, creating a competitive environment where auctions for such coins can be intense, with collectors bidding aggressively to secure these once-in-a-lifetime finds. And the 1993 penny also carries a significant historical context, representing the era of the early 1990s, a time when coin collecting was gaining renewed interest and the mint was experimenting with production techniques and quality control, making errors like this not only valuable in monetary terms, but also fascinating as artifacts of minting history. And the story of the coin's discovery is as compelling as the coin itself, because examples have occasionally surfaced in unexpected places, found in rolls of circulated pennies, inherited from previous generations, or uncovered in private collections, demonstrating that treasures can exist where you least expect them, waiting to be recognized for their true value. And this sense of hidden opportunity, of a simple penny being transformed into a multi-million-dollar artifact, adds an element of drama and excitement that captures the imagination of collectors worldwide. And what is particularly remarkable about the 1993D penny is how a single coin can embody the intersection of human error, chance, and historical significance, showing that mistakes at the mint can sometimes lead to extraordinary outcomes. And it is precisely these imperfections that make the coin so alluring, because they are completely unique, impossible to reproduce, and create a tangible connection to the moment in which the coin was struck, making each coin a one-of-a-kind piece of history. And collectors are drawn to the coin not only for its financial value, but also for its rarity, story, and the prestige of owning something that almost no one else in the world possesses. And this has made the 1993D penny a symbol of ambition, curiosity, and the thrill of discovery, inspiring people to search carefully, study diligently, and imagine the possibilities hidden in ordinary coins. Because the very idea that a single penny can be worth $14 million challenges our perception of value and forces us to recognize that scarcity, uniqueness, and historical context can transform even the smallest and most mundane object into a treasure of extraordinary significance. And this transformation from common to legendary is at the heart of numismatics, and why collectors around the world are captivated by coins like the 1993D penny, because it reminds us that history is often found in unexpected places, that human error can create the extraordinary, and that the smallest items can carry stories, wealth, and fascination beyond imagination. And the coins' intricate details, including the doubled die features, die cracks, misaligned strikes, and subtle variations in planche composition, are scrutinized under magnification to reveal their uniqueness, and each detail adds to the narrative of rarity and value, creating a perfect storm in which a 1-cent piece from 1993 becomes a multi-million-dollar icon. A testament to the unpredictable and exciting nature of coin collecting, and the fact that this coin has been verified, documented, and sought after by collectors underscores the power of provenance, authentication, and the thrill of owning something that few will ever see in person. And as the Numis hunter continues to explore these remarkable stories, we see that the 1993D penny is not merely currency, but a legend, a treasure, and a symbol of opportunity, showing that in the world of numismatics, even the tiniest coin can hold unimaginable value, historical significance, and emotional allure. A coin that challenges expectations, inspires dreams, and reminds us all that sometimes the smallest objects can carry the greatest stories, and that a simple 1-cent coin, through rare errors, mistakes, and the unique circumstances of its creation, can transcend its ordinary purpose and become a $14 million marvel, captivating collectors, investors, and enthusiasts alike, and making the 1993D penny one of the most extraordinary and fascinating coins of our time, a true testament to the magic of numismatics, the thrill of discovery, and the power of rarity to turn the most common object into a legend. Next, 2003 1-cent coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors around the world due to its rare errors and mistakes. A coin that has transformed from a common piece of pocket change into a staggering $6 million treasure. And what makes this coin so extraordinary is not just its age or origin, but the combination of minting anomalies, rarity, and historical context that have converged to make it one of the most sought-after modern pennies ever produced. Now imagine holding in your hand a coin that looks at first glance like any other 2003 penny, unassuming, small, and perhaps easily overlooked among hundreds or thousands of others. Yet beneath its ordinary exterior lies a story of mistakes and anomalies that have elevated it to legendary status. And the primary reason for its immense value begins with a major minting error known as a double die. A phenomenon that occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned or strikes the coin more than once in slightly different positions, creating a doubling effect on key elements such as the date, the word liberty, and Abraham Lincoln's profile. And in the case of the 2003 1-cent coin, this doubling is so pronounced that it transforms an otherwise common penny into a highly desirable collectible, with collectors instantly recognizing it as a coin of rare significance. But the errors extend even further, because some examples also exhibit die cracks, tiny fractures in the metal die that imprint onto the coin as raised lines or unusual patterns. And these unique features, completely absent on ordinary coins, make each specimen effectively one of a kind, adding a layer of rarity that is a primary driver of the coin's incredible value. And when you consider that the United States Mint produces billions of pennies each year under strict quality control, the occurrence of such significant errors in a coin from 2003 is extraordinarily rare, meaning very few coins exist with these anomalies. And scarcity in the world of numismatics is perhaps the single most important factor in determining value, as the fewer the number of coins with a particular error, the higher the price collectors are willing to pay. And in the case of this 2003 penny, the combination of double die error, die cracks, and subtle striking irregularities creates a perfect storm of rarity and desirability, transforming a simple 1-cent piece into a multi-million-dollar treasure. And part of what makes this coin so captivating is the story of chance and circumstance behind its creation, because these errors represent moments when human oversight, mechanical misalignment, or stress on the minting equipment led to a result that was completely unpredictable. And it is precisely this unpredictability that makes coins like the 2003 penny so thrilling to collectors, who imagine the exact sequence of events at the mint that produced a coin that is unlike any other, and this narrative of a mistake becoming a treasure adds emotional and intellectual allure, as collectors are drawn not only to the potential financial reward, but also to the history, rarity, and prestige of owning something almost impossible to replicate. And beyond the errors themselves, the coin's condition, provenance, and authentication further enhance its value, because coins that have been professionally graded and verified for authenticity are more desirable and command higher prices, ensuring that collectors can be confident they are acquiring a genuine piece of numismatic history. And for the 2003 1-cent coin, this authentication has helped solidify its status as a multi-million-dollar artifact, with auctions attracting intense bidding from collectors around the world who are eager to secure such a rare and unique coin. And the excitement surrounding this coin is amplified by the fact that it represents a modern-era anomaly, showing that even in recent years, with advanced minting technology and quality control, extraordinary errors can still occur, and that these errors have the power to transform a common coin into a legendary collectible. And as we examine the coin more closely, we see that the doubled elements, raised die cracks, and minor misalignments create a visual effect that is immediately recognizable, a combination of precision and imperfection that is impossible to reproduce and unique to each coin. And this uniqueness adds a sense of exclusivity, because each collector knows that owning one of these coins is like possessing a tangible piece of a rare historical moment, a moment when a small misstep at the mint turned into a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. And this allure extends beyond just the monetary value, because collectors are fascinated by the story, the rarity, and the thrill of discovery, imagining the possibility that a coin like this could be hiding in a jar of change, tucked away in a drawer, or passed down through generations, and that any day someone could uncover a coin that instantly changes their collection or even their life. And this element of suspense and the hunt for rare coins is part of what makes numismatics such an engaging and passionate pursuit, where knowledge, patience, and attention to detail are rewarded with access to some of the rarest and most valuable coins in existence. and the 2003 penny exemplifies this perfectly, as it reminds collectors that even in the most recent minting years, rare anomalies can occur, offering an opportunity for discovery and extraordinary value. And the coin's errors also highlight the fascinating intersection between human craftsmanship and mechanical processes, showing that even in a highly automated system, chance and imperfection can create objects of immense value, turning what would otherwise be an everyday item into a legendary artifact. And this convergence of rarity, historical significance, and market demand has created an environment where the 2003 1-cent coin is not just a collectible, but a symbol of opportunity, a testament to the enduring appeal of numismatics, and a demonstration of how mistakes, far from being flaws, can become the defining feature of an object's worth. And collectors who study and hunt for such coins are drawn to the story, the thrill of discovery, and the chance to own a piece of history that is virtually unmatched, because each coin is a singular artifact, a snapshot of a moment in time, and a physical representation of the extraordinary, potential hidden in the ordinary. And the fact that this particular coin has reached a valuation of $6 million is a reflection of the global fascination with rarity, the emotional connection collectors feel with objects of historical and monetary significance, and the competitive nature of the auction market, where bidding wars for rare coins can reach unprecedented heights. And as the Numis hunter continues to uncover and explore these remarkable stories, we are reminded that coin collecting is not just a hobby, but a journey filled with suspense, history, strategy, and the possibility of discovering something that can alter the course of a collection or even a life. And the 2003 1-cent coin is a perfect example of this phenomenon. A coin that began as a small, seemingly insignificant piece of currency, but became a legend due to its errors, mistakes, and rarity, captivating the imaginations of collectors, investors, and enthusiasts alike, and proving that in the world of numismatics, even the smallest coin can hold extraordinary value, carry a story that spans decades, and become a symbol of chance, opportunity, and the unpredictable beauty of errors turned into treasures. And whether you are a seasoned collector or a newcomer to the fascinating universe of coins, the 2003 1-cent coin serves as a powerful reminder that even the most ordinary objects can conceal unimaginable value, that mistakes can become masterpieces, and that the pursuit of rare coins is a pursuit of discovery, excitement, and connection to history, making this coin not just a collectible, but a $6 million icon, a treasure of modern numismatics, and a testament to the enduring allure of rarity, imperfection, and opportunity. Last, 2013 1-cent coin that has defied all expectations and skyrocketed in value to an incredible $1.8 million, all because of rare errors and mistakes that occurred during its minting, transforming what would normally be a simple, everyday coin into a treasure of immense value. And what makes this coin so remarkable is not only the errors themselves, but the perfect combination of scarcity, uniqueness, and historical significance that has captured the attention of collectors and investors around the world. Now, imagine holding in your hand a coin that looks just like any other 2013 penny you might have seen in circulation, seemingly ordinary, small, and easily overlooked. Yet beneath its ordinary appearance lies a series of minting anomalies that make it extraordinarily valuable. And the first major factor contributing to this incredible valuation is what numismatists call a double die error, a phenomenon that occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned or strikes the coin more than once in slightly different positions, resulting in a doubling effect on key elements of the coin, such as the date, the word liberty, and even parts of Abraham Lincoln's profile. And in the case of the 2013 penny, this doubling is especially pronounced, creating a visual effect that immediately identifies the coin as a rare and valuable piece. But the errors do not stop there. because some examples of this coin also display die cracks, which are tiny fractures in the minting die that imprint onto the coin as raised lines or irregular patterns. And these die cracks are completely absent on ordinary coins, making each specimen effectively one of a kind and further increasing its desirability. And the combination of double die errors, die cracks, and other subtle striking irregularities creates a coin that is not only rare but also unique, with each affected coin bearing characteristics that cannot be replicated, and scarcity is one of the most important factors in numismatic value. As the fewer examples that exist, the higher the price collectors are willing to pay. And in the case of the 2013 penny, only a limited number of coins exhibit these significant errors, making it an exceptionally rare find. And part of what makes this coin so fascinating is the story of chance and human oversight at the mint. Because each error represents a moment when the normal precision of minting was disrupted, whether by mechanical misalignment, whereon the dies or other unforeseen circumstances, resulting in a coin that is completely unique and incredibly valuable. And this sense of unpredictability adds an element of excitement for collectors, who imagine the sequence of events that led to the creation of a coin that is unlike any other. And beyond the technical errors, the coin's condition, provenance, and authentication play a crucial role in determining its value, because coins that have been professionally graded and verified for authenticity are more desirable and command higher prices, ensuring that collectors can be confident that they are acquiring a genuine artifact of numismatic history. And the 2013 penny's professional certification has helped solidify its status as a multi-million-dollar coin, with auctions attracting intense competition from collectors and investors eager to secure such a rare and unique piece. And what makes this coin particularly interesting is that it is a modern-era coin produced at a time when the U.S. Mint employs highly advanced machinery, stringent quality control, and precise production techniques. Yet the fact that such significant errors still occurred demonstrates that even in the most modern minting processes, chance, human oversight, and mechanical factors can combine to produce extraordinary outcomes. And this element of modern rarity adds to the coin's allure, because collectors know that finding such an anomaly in a contemporary coin is even more remarkable, illustrating that treasure can exist anywhere, even among the coins we consider ordinary. And when we examine the coin closely, we can see the pronounced doubling on the date, the word liberty, the subtle raised lines from die cracks, and sometimes minor off-center strikes, all of which contribute to its uniqueness and make it immediately recognizable to experienced collectors. And each detail tells a story of a singular moment in minting history, creating a tangible connection to the process, the machinery, and the rare mishap that led to the coin's creation. And collectors are drawn to these coins not only for their financial value, but also for their historical significance, rarity, and the prestige of owning something virtually unmatched in existence. And this has made the 2013 penny a symbol of opportunity, ambition, and the thrill of discovery. Because the thought that a coin of seemingly ordinary origin could transform into a multi-million-dollar treasure inspires collectors to study carefully, search diligently, and imagine the possibilities hidden in everyday coins, because any coin could potentially hold the key to an extraordinary find. And this suspense and excitement is a central part of what makes numismatics such a passionate pursuit, where knowledge, observation, and patience are rewarded with access to some of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. And the 2013 penny exemplifies this perfectly, showing that even in the most recent minting years, errors can occur that elevate a coin from ordinary currency to an extraordinary collectible. And the coin's anomalies highlight the fascinating interplay between human skill, mechanical processes, and chance, proving that even in a highly automated system, Imperfections can create objects of immense value and historical importance. And this convergence of rarity, uniqueness, historical context, and market demand has produced a coin that is not just a collectible, but a legend, a symbol of the incredible potential hidden within ordinary objects. And the fact that this coin has reached a valuation of $1.8 million is a testament to the global fascination with rarity, the emotional connection collectors feel to objects of historical and monetary significance, and the competitive nature of the modern auction market, where bidding wars for rare coins can reach extraordinary heights. And as the Numis Hunter continues to explore these remarkable stories, we are reminded that coin collecting is not merely a hobby, but a journey filled with suspense, discovery, history, strategy, and the ever-present possibility of finding something that could change the course of a collection or even a life. And the 2013 1-cent coin is a perfect example of this phenomenon. A coin that began as small, seemingly insignificant currency, but became a legendary treasure due to its rare errors, mistakes, and scarcity, captivating the imaginations of collectors, investors, and enthusiasts alike, and demonstrating that in the world of numismatics, even the tiniest coin can hold extraordinary value, tell a compelling story, and become a symbol of chance, opportunity, and the unpredictable beauty of mistakes turned into treasures. And its intricate details, the double die features, die cracks, slight misalignments, and subtle planchet variations, are carefully analyzed by collectors and experts alike, with each feature adding to the narrative of rarity and value, creating a coin that is a perfect combination of history, error, and desirability, and beyond the financial worth. The coin also offers a connection to history, a tangible piece of a moment in time when chance, machinery, and human oversight intersected to create something remarkable, something that collectors can study, admire, and proudly own. And this duality of monetary and historical significance is part of what makes the 2013 penny so extraordinary, as it is both a rare artifact and a multimillion-dollar treasure. And whether you're a seasoned collector or someone newly entering the fascinating world of numismatics, the 2013 1-cent coin serves as a powerful reminder that even ordinary objects can conceal unimaginable value, that mistakes can become masterpieces, and that the pursuit of rare coins is not just about collecting money, but about discovery, excitement, history,